one thing that I say about every single game that we play is I love this soundtrack. And this is no exception. This is a great soundtrack. We're going to listen to so much good music during this playthrough. And what playthrough is this? Well, we're in a forest. It's during the evening. It's fall time. So it's only appropriate that we play Night in the Woods. This is a great little game from a few years ago. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with it. I have wanted to stream this basically since I started streaming. This is one of the games that I was planning on for way over a year ago now. I've been planning to play this game. And it's only appropriate. This is a very Halloween-y themed game. But this is not a scary game. There's going to be some spooky sections, but I don't think we're going to get to those for a while at least. There are a couple of potential content warnings, but I don't think we're going to get to any of them in the first section. But just as a general rule, this game discusses a lot of mental health. It discusses a lot of there are references to substance abuse. There are references to unemployment and the general perils of capitalism, which we're going to get a lot of. We're going to have a lot of excuses to talk about that as we play this game. Now, this is I absolutely love this game. I'm going to be very excited to see what people think about it. And this is a relatively long game. We're going to play this for a few weeks at least, I think. Yeah, there's not really any reason to hold off any longer. We're going to start a new game. In the year Grandad died, now we can pick. We had the worst flood since 1998. Greg got trapped on top of a doghouse. The power was out for 2 days. Casey Hartley came in by his dad's boat, and I laughed when I saw him. Grandad left me an apple crate of books. He loved ghost stories and quoted them to himself in the hospital bed. They went looking for the gods and died in lonely places. On his last day, he sat up suddenly and stared bug-eyed through the window at the old trains, rattling to somewhere else, from somewhere else. He turned to my dad, eyes still wide. "This house is haunted," he said, and died. Well, this is great. I mean, I didn't expect a party or anything, but I figured someone would be here. Welcome home, May. This is May. This is our, I hesitate to say hero of the story, but this is the person who will be following. Wow, when did they put this up? Possum Springs has never looked more falsely advertised. Must be such a relief to payphone companies that Possum Springs gets zero cell reception. It'd be cool to call my parents, but some jerkhole took the time to actually rip it off. Who steals a phone? Fiasco Fox, you're too dreamy. Protagonist, yes. I think that's... Ah! Garbo Malloy. Welcome back to Garbo and Malloy. What's in the news today, Malloy? Markets were up today. Way up. I'm looking at a chart and it's pretty impressive. The economy added 15,000 jobs, mostly in the chart sector, which is notoriously recession-proof. My, Garbo, we are a little political there. Gotta get political every now and then. I went on one of those internet dates last week. Oh? Yeah, the internet is a truly giving lover. Hey, any lovely ladies out there looking for an eligible bachelor? Get in touch, and I'll let you know if I find one. Excuse me, but where is everybody? It's 10:45. It's closed. Not a lot of folks getting off the last bus to Possum Spring these days. Just you. So are you the janitor or something? Looks that way. What do you do? I fixed this door. That's it? Nope. Can I squeeze past you? Nope. Just broke the damn thing. When do you think it might be done? Right after you go and grab me a Fiascola from the machine. Am I paying for this? I always rig it when I'm here after hours. Nice. Free as in free. Free as in no one's here to say otherwise. What the? They have lime fiasco and he wants a Fiascola. That's just a waste. Okay, just gotta grab it. Grabby. We grabby the decoli. One free ass cola. I love this janitor. Yummers. So, what are you doing here? I live here. Well, lived here. Huh, strange. When do you think that door's gonna be finished? Now. Goodbye. Bye. Well, I'm right outside town. Mom and Dad nowhere to be found. Dark and cold. Guess I'm walking. Alone. This bus station is maybe the newest thing in Possum Springs. Guess they got state funding or something. Makes a good first or last impression, I suppose. If not for the abandoned glass factory back there. Not getting rid of that anytime soon. Wow. I didn't realize how much I missed the sound of that train. I used to hear it in my bed at night. During the winter when the leaves were down. Well, I guess I'm gonna hike through the woods. Through the woods is home, my bed, and my negligent parents. Yeah, it is indeed. We're literally starting the game in a night in the woods. Very fitting. Ugh, this is some dank nature. Dank nature and garbage. Are these food donkey shopping carts? That's all the way across town. That's dedication. There used to be an old sawmill around here, I think. I mean, the park up there is called Sawmill Park. But it's like they lost a log load at some point. Sigh. Gonna have to climb this, I guess. Why is this the only way from the bus station into town? Ah! Oh my god. That was dangerous. I could have died. That was amazing. I'm not gonna die in this hole. Shopping bags are little ghosts of grocery stores, haunting everywhere else. Got more. Oh wow, I heard a toad. And a ghost owl. I bet there are any number of potential witch familiars down here. Murph Heart RT. And chopped into the woods there. Wow, I haven't been here in almost 10 years. And apparently no one else has. I don't know what they were going for here. Some sort of boat castle? Most of it's gone now. It's a thing for weird animals to eat and have babies in. This reminds me a little bit of the, there was a fort in the first school I ever went to. They just built like this random like kind of castle-y fort for us to play in. Which is probably just Tetanus City, you know, in hindsight. But I feel like there was a lot of stuff like that where they just like... I don't really know who had them built. But like schools would just have like these random like little wooden play area things that just made very little sense. Ahoy! I definitely remember barely reaching the top of his wheel. I definitely remember barely growing since then. Looks like the ladder's gone. If I could just get to the top of this thing. Ugh. I could never make it up to that tree when I was a kid. The number logs mocked me. The logs and the other kids. Yeah, most of them are gone now. It was weird. Like, I guess kids got hurt on them or something, or they just didn't do the upkeep. Let me see if I can visualize this. Can't stop running while I do this, not even for a second. Gotta have enough momentum. I think I can do it. Run and jump, jump, jump. Yeah, we're gonna do a little Mario. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe I should just give up without even really trying. Screw this out. Okay, let's try this jump, jump, jump thing one more time. Oh, yeah. We did the Mario. It's only been 2 years since I lived here. Not in this playground. Possum Springs, I mean. This is all getting jumbled. I should write it down. Your parents forgot you. Lovely. This is one of my favorite little details in this game, is that when you're walking on wires, it does little guitar plucky sounds. Hello, May. Been a while. Hey, what are you doing out here? Nothing better to do? I was out here doing my rounds and I saw you in this very off-limits playground. So? Get in the car, May. No. You want to spend your first night back in jail, May? No. Hey, remember me? Ah! May, you gave me a heart attack. Good. What are you doing? Oh. May, honey, we thought you were coming tomorrow night. You fought wrong. How did you get here? I walked until I got arrested. By Aunt Mole Cop. Oh, did you say hi to Molly for me? No. I say hi for no one. F the cops. I'm going to bed. My bed's still here? Are we waiting for tomorrow night for that too? Oh, May, so good to hear that voice again. Good night. Yeah, character design in this game is fucking S tier. No notes. Dad looks older. So yeah, this little notebook we get when we do different stuff in the game, we get little notes in them. Got a lot of cats with hats. And bless this mess. There are a few things hanging around here from the old country. This clock, the trunk in the storage room, and whatever is buried under the house after that cement incident. This thing goes off randomly every month or so. A little wooden duck pops out. Makes the weirdest sound. Scares Dad half to death every time. He used to joke it was Grandad getting even with him from beyond the grave. There we are. I think that's little May in the middle there. If you see Daddy with little baby May right above here, and then pregnant mommy, and then I guess some I've got May on graduation there. I guess that might be Grandad in the top hat. He's very cute. I can't do anything here. It's our room. Sacred Youth, Witch Dagger. Could play some bass. But which song? Space Dragon. Hell yeah. Wanderer in space. No matter forbidden place. Yeah, we're playing some bass. Not doing very well at it. Oh, fuck. Not done yet. Where is done? Oh, fucked it up at the end. Did okay though, I think. Not bad considering I don't know how to play this song. How the hell do you draw a space dragon? Right, first morning back home. How is this bird still alive? It was pretty great when Grandad gave me all that apple crate of old scary stories. Not sure how they ended up here. Death comes to Wigglesbury. The Fancy Corpse. Whole Mole Stevenson. Necropus, Book the First. Lady Shark. The Stoat on Gallows Hill. Mom has all of her grisly books. About her creepy crimes and sad children. On a creepy sad shelf in their room. Oh, looks like one of the moms made it out here. And we even ate the horses. One family's horrifying farm life in the 1880s. Jeez, Mom. Hey look, some of Dad's books got in here. Finches of North America. World of Titmice. The Complete Grackle, a free volume set. Owls are owlsome. Treacherous Cranes. The hell is a grackle? Yeah, why do all moms read the most horrifying books? What is up with that? Why is that everything the moms read? Ugh. Since when is the crawl space all jammed up? Wonder if Dad can move them. Dark passenger, yeah. Honey? Yeah? Come see me in the kitchen before you leave. Okay. It's Mom! Hi, Mom. Welcome home, sweetie. Thanks for not changing the locks. Sorry we mixed up the day you were coming back. It was such short notice. It's okay, Mom. May, honey? Yeah? Is everything okay? What do you mean? Honey, did something happen? I just needed to come home. Well, sweetie, I think you can understand my worry. That's not usually something a college sophomore just up and does. I know. Honey, you can tell me if something happened. Mom, I'm fine, really. Can we talk about this another time? Sure, honey, it's okay. Thanks, Mom. I bet you your old friends will be happy to see you. You wouldn't happen to know where Greg is, would you? Oh yeah, Greg is working at the Snack Falcon. Up in the town centre, west by the Click-Clack. We have a Snack Falcon now? Oh yes, it's so handy. You know, ever since the food donkey went out. The food donkey's gone? Oh yeah, gone and going on almost a year now. Wow, where does everyone shop? Everyone goes out to the handpan for out by the highway now. But I see your little friend Greg when I go into town. Wow, the food donkey's gone. We have a Snack Falcon. It's a whole new world, honey. Or sweetie. Yes, it is. Well, have a good time out there. Lots to explore. See what's changed. I will. Just watch out for all the construction. Well, I wouldn't be full in Possum Springs for loads of construction. It's so festive, honey. I'll be back later. Bye, sweetie. Mom. Right, we're back home. And it's part 1. Now the game is ready to get hardcore gaming on Night in the Woods. Now this is a very slow burny game. The majority of this game is dialogue based and about exploring the city. Well, it sure is fall. All the roadwork crammed in before winter. Makes like half the town inaccessible. Unless you want to walk the long way around. For like 20 minutes. Which, I mean, no. Yep, we can't go here. But we can walk on the power lines. Because we're a cat. May's a cat, so she can do this. But we're actually not going to do it because we're going to talk to people instead. Hey, Mr. Twigmeyer. May, is that you? Sure is. You home for a visit? No, I'm home for good. What? They don't have college anymore? Nope, it burned down. Well, I'm sure you burned it down. These allegations, Mr. Twigmeyer. I ain't allegating. Just try not to burn my lawn down, you firebug. No promises. We've got squiggies running around. Oh, squiggos. Got the city, or the town. Here's one of my favorite side characters. We're going to talk to you right away. Selmers! What are you doing home? Dropped out? Wow. Yeah, I guess. So, like, you just don't go back? That's about it. Weird. So how have you been? Okay. Me and Dennis split. Oh no. Yeah, he got a job at the new prison over in Brittle. And he met some girl at a gas station. Wow, what a jerk. Yeah, he's a free agent. I guess. What's that word they use? For like a weapon you make in jail? Like a knife? A shiv? I hope Dennis gets shivved at work. Just to scare him. Scare him good. Do it. Scare him right in the kidney. Okay, well, I gotta go. Nice seeing you. Stop by anytime. I love Selmers. We're gonna see more of Selmers as we go. Ah! Fall down. Hello. What you doing on my porch? Here's another person I love. Hey, Mr. Chesikov. Hello, May, my best worst student. Haha, yeah. Like the constellations, hated school. Hey, don't knock school. School is vital for your future. What are you doing back in Possum Springs? I dropped out of school. Oh. Well, if you're still interested in constellations, come by my roof down the hill later this week. Should have my new telescope set up by then. Sure thing. Oh, he's thinking of stars. He's thinking of stars, so we're gonna leave him for now. But we're gonna see Mr. Shastakov a lot later. I remember when B's family had a house and not a tiny depressing apartment. Yeah, I've had squirrels on my mind. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that there was a injured squirrel in the garden yesterday. I did my best to take care of him. I don't know how he's doing. I gave him some food and water. But I found out that in the UK, grey squirrels are considered an invasive species. So no vet or wildlife rescue will take care of them because they're treated as pests, basically. which was very upsetting because there was a squirrel who's in bad shape. His broken leg, I think. So I took him in for a little bit. I just made sure that he wasn't bleeding or anything, and then I put him outside again with a bowl of water and some food. And then I checked this morning. I couldn't see him anywhere around, so I'm hoping that maybe he managed to get back up in his tree. But it was very upsetting. I love the squirrels in the garden. They mean a lot to me, so it's saddening that one of them got hurt. So I hope he's okay. Some kids. Hey, it's the Harleys. What are you doing? Little Joe, you're under arrest. Oh wow, kids still talk about Little Joe? We used your DNA. Do you kids know what DNA is? Yeah, it's stuff you use to solve crimes. Like a body part, but really small. But ghosts don't have parts. Yeah, Harley. Harley's right. Hey, lady, will you go away? Lady? Oh my god, we just got ladied. Getting old. Kids are starting to be mean to us. Danny, right? Yep. I think you were a senior when I was a freshman. Probably. How's it going? Just lost my job. Oh no. They say construction's always hiring, but it's not. In fact, it's often laying off guys named Dan. What are you going to do? I'm open to suggestions. I'm sure someone in town is hiring. I've been out of work for a year before. And this time I only lasted 6 months before getting laid off. Do you know what that does to a resume? Not really. I have a zombie resume. It's dead, but somehow it's still going all over the place. Oh. I didn't have a job either. Oh man, sorry to talk your ear off about it. How are you holding up? Good, just dropped out of college. I'm living with my parents. Oh. So you're basically a teenager again? No. I'm just an adult living with her parents. Oh, okay, so it's not like you're unemployed. It's like you're lacking a daytime hobby. That pays money you don't need for rent. Alright, I'm gonna get going. Yeah. This is gonna be a theme coming up. Let's see what's going on in town. Harfest. Possum Springs annual Harvestacular. Celebrate the fall colors with our neighbors. Rides, contests, food, games, and the annual Crazy Costume Parade. October 21st to 24th, Town Centre. Sponsored by the Possum Springs Chamber of Commerce, Blessed Rest Funeral Parlour, Catrusser and Catrusser Attorneys, and Ham Panther. Then we got a Possum Springs. More like Awesome Springs. Can we move that way? Okay, well that's just patronizing. Who would leave this here? Oh man, it bounces. Fucking love this. She's a cat playing with a ball of yarn. Now this is interesting because if you remember the opening narration, they mentioned the Casey Hartley, but Casey's gone missing. Casey Hartley, 19, of Possum Springs, last seen at dusk on June 27th, my birthday. Walking westward along the tracks behind the former food donkey. He was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, jeans, and black canvas shoes. If you have any information as to the location of Casey Hartley at any time since his last known sighting, please contact the Possum Springs Police Department immediately. And then we have some other ones. Tim's Landscaping. Scaping's all we know. Katie Washington has never lost a child. Scrapbooking Odyssey. But that's really all we need to know for now. I'm just gonna play with some of this before we go. Look, it's a pregnant raccoon. And there's a cat sleeping in the window. My god. What kind of weather did I miss? What kind of weather did I miss? This is nuts. Oh well, wasn't going to church anyway. Okay, we can't go to church, but we can go down here. Pretzels and pierogi. Hey, I just got back in town. And the one thing I missed most was... Hey, I remember you. Hello. Thief. Oh, come on. That was years ago. Once a thief, always a thief. Alright, you know what? I'm not a thief, you take that back. I've stolen from better places than this. I wouldn't lower myself to steal from here. Yeah. Go jump in the river. But I wanted to have a sewer pretzel. We could totally steal one, but we're not going to do that just yet. Ooh, some cool kids. Hey, teens. Hey. What are you guys doing? Nothing. Cool. Cool that people still hanging around down here. We used to do that when I was in high school. Yeah. I wasn't in high school that long ago, you know. How old are you? 20. Oh, so you can't buy beer? No. Do you have a car? No. That is one of those things that when I ever remember that you have to be 21 in the US to drink. It's one of those things that just like, whenever I remember I just go like, what? That's so odd. It's very old to have a drink, the drinking age. Past abilities. Two? Is that like two? Or like also? This error is so bad, even I wouldn't make it. Also, where was the other video outpost? Party barn is shut down. Innovation opportunity. I think I have a great uncle or something on this. Yep, there you go. Anselm Borowski. Anselm? Even in life he was tragic. We like our war monuments in Possum Springs. There are two really ancient ones over in Old Possum Springs. 3 in town proper. And I think they put a new one up on Pill Hill. There's one up by Possum Jump, but that one's spooky. I haven't been up there since that party we're not going to think about. Hey, killer. Ugh, don't call me that. Who are you? Lorianne. How do you even know about the killer thing? It's a big deal, even to us middle schoolers. And what did the middle schoolers say? You put him in the hospital. And no one knows why. Do you like have it coming or something? No. Our mother's told us not to talk to you. Because no one knew when you were going to do it again. Well, say hi to your mom from me. She sounds lovely. Oh, she's gone. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Yeesh. R.I.P. I like Lori too. We're gonna talk more to Lori later on. Ooh, we can jump on it. The old pickaxe. That's a town center family practice. What? And where exactly are you planning on going? I don't know, Ham-Panther? But honey, you're only gonna get minimum there. And I hear they're murder. This place is murder. I don't think I can handle one more incoming call. I wake up sometimes because I hear that bing noise. Nowadays I just take a sleeping aid. Works wonders. We shouldn't have to drug ourselves to get our sleep back from this job. Well, Ham-Panther isn't going to give you a bonus. Ham-Panther doesn't even have a leaderboard. But it isn't calls. It isn't sales. I wouldn't be waiting for that bing. I don't know, honey. Maybe you'll have a good shift today and get on the leaderboard. And we'll see how you feel then. I guess, but it won't change anything. Yes, phone sales is just about the worst fucking thing in the world. I did it for 4 hours, and that was 4 hours too plenty. Because fuck that noise. I'm glad that I'm not cut out for it. But it is... Yeesh. Absolute fucking murder. I think we're just gonna head over to the snack pan for now. Or the snack falcon, sorry. No, we're gonna talk to these guys first. It's almost 5, quitting time? Take back some brews and watch the smelters? Alright, that's all there was. Meh. We can go into the snack falcon, but I'm just gonna check if there's more down this way. I don't think so yet, but just gonna check. Don't think I'm gonna go find Greg over by the abandoned food donkey. That I had snack falcon words. Yep, there we go. I thought as much. We're gonna see Greg, everyone! It's Greg! Oh my god. Hey Greg! What are you doing here? I'm back. Like, back as in today? Back as in back. Too bad you didn't die at college. Too bad you didn't catch a flesh-eating disease. Too bad you didn't join a murder cult. Too bad you didn't lose all your limbs in a freak soda machine accident. God, it's good to see you. Ah! How's Angus? You two still a thing? Hold on. What are you doing? Changing the music. What? Angus? What are you doing here? I live here. Since when? Since last night? 11 or so? That's amazing! Come to band practice. Oh my god, the band is still a thing. Sure. When's practice? Now. Then when do you get off work? Now. Really? Ah! Greg is so good. It's band practice. We're in the birthday zone. Hi Angus. Hey, it's you. It's me. It's me. Ah! So the party barn went out, huh? Yeah, not sure how it ever stayed open. Like, how many parties are there, really? You need a lot of parties to keep a barn running. I have your old bass. Oh, dude, I don't think I even remember. Hey B, May's back. Wow, hi. Yeah, hi. She's totally back. Wait, what? Are you, here for band practice? I play drums. That's not drums. That's computer. It's fine, she also does your bass parts. Well, I understood them as the bass parts. But I can turn them off. Turn them off on your computer. May, we're totally gonna play a song. You totally have to play bass. I don't even remember. Those aren't even drums. Right, we're gonna play a good song now. Oh no, did one miss. Just not here. Hey, did pretty good. Music is pretty low. Oh no, okay. Sorry, let me jack it up a little bit then. Pretty good. Yeah, that was okay. Not bad considering I don't know this song. Holy crap. That was hard to do. You'll get back in practice. I hope. Jeez. My wrist hurts. That was great, man. Like, just seeing you back. Playing your old horrible bass. Okay, are we doing this diner thing? Yeah! Woo! Yay. Hip hip. These are all buddies. This is our little gang. And he is indeed a Gothgator B. Thank you for letting me know about the music. Sorry I wasn't able to change that while we were playing. But it should be a little bit louder now. Hell yeah. Did you miss pizza, May? They have pizza at school. Oh, cool. His pizza isn't great. It's pretty horrible. Dudes, haven't you heard of the pizza scale? Screw it, pizza good. That's basically the pizza scale. He's explained it to me several times. That's about it. Pizza good. I mean, it's no pastabilities. I miss pastabilities. I am not touching those crusts. Same. Should have gone to pastabilities. The diner has ambience. Seats are comfy. The food is terrible, but it's got charm. You too fancy for the diner now? Guys, please. I was raised in this diner. You and like a zillion rats. It is so cute. So when are we going to play out? May, we don't play out. Oh. We have jobs, May. I work at the video outpost too. I'm at the old pickaxe. Isn't that your dad's store? Sure is. I'm Lord of the Snack Falcons. Blaley boy. Where's Casey? Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know, huh? Casey's gone. Gone? Gone how? Popped a train, I bet. Oh wow, he always talked about doing that. Yeah, one day he was just gone. Made a clean break, hasn't emailed or anything. Well, good for him, I guess. His parents put up those missing person posters. But everyone knew what happened. Geez, Casey, Huh. Uh-huh. And what exactly do you do, May? I was in college. And why exactly are you not still there? Didn't work out. Huh, imagine that. I love her little squinkly face when she does the little squinkly, like, side mouth. Yeah, I know, you gotta get some good ranch for the crusts, or like a good garlic mayo for the crusts. That's the best part about pizza. You finish off the crusts with a good dip. Well, we better get home, dude. Oh yeah, Angus got a date with sword people online. Aw, lucky. It's really great to be back. Dude, we can hang out every day. Oh my god. Holy crap. What? Is that an arm? That's an arm. Nobody move. Let's poke it with a stick. I call first. May, this is like tampering with evidence. Ugh, am I gonna have to start worrying about getting dismembered on my way home? Shh, I wanna watch this. You don't need your ears to watch. Shh. Time to pick at the thing. And pick on the... Pick it with a stick. Lizard guy's arm. Whoa, what's that? Some kind of mark. What? Is that a tattoo? That's a tattoo. What is it? I think you just sleuthed out a clue, dude. Oh, for F's sake, you two. Here come the cops. Now, what's going on here? Uh-oh. Hey, Aunt Molly, we found an arm. All right, May, put the stick down and step away from the arm. All right, don't taser me or anything. No promises. Oh well, I think it's time for Angus and I to get home. See you tomorrow, May. Alright, I don't want any of you walking home alone tonight. Buddy system. Something bad's going on. I can drive Mabe home, officer. Thank you, B. Yeah, thanks, B. Let's roll. Yeah, we poked that arm good. So... Working at the old pickaxe. Yep. They training you to take over the family business? They? Your parents. Hey, look, we're here. Oh, my house actually isn't for a few blocks. Get out. Okay. Thanks for the ride. Go. Hey, kitten. Wow. Listen, May, I'm sorry about last night. I really thought you were coming home tonight. It's okay. Went through the ravine by the old mill. Almost died. What? Yeah, logs almost killed me. Normal stuff. Well, I promise you I'll never leave you stranded again. Tell you what, how about we pretend I did come home tonight? And we just got back from the bus station. Start over? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Dad. Hey, May. Thanks for picking me up. Welcome home, May. I'm going to go sleep, I think. Well, you've had a big day. Good night, kitten. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you. What? We found an arm on the ground today. Are we still pretending it's yesterday? No, we came out of the click-clack and there was an arm. Just like an arm. What? Aunt Mole Cop came and everything. Oh my god, that's really weird. I poked it with a stick. Okay, really, mate, don't poke dead body parts with sticks. Too late. Wow, I'll have to email Molly. Alright, good night for real now. Hey, here we are. Why is she so mean? We will find out, I believe. Oh, thank you for noticing my pumpkin. My one solitary, she's so warm and welcoming. My one solitary Halloween decoration that I bought for £5 in Asda is that really, it's meant to look like a natural kind of candle, like flickering, but it really does just look like it's going like a siren, like just going on and off. It doesn't quite work, but it was super cheap and it was like, fine. Maybe once more. So we can play more. We can play the song again that we played before, but we're not gonna ever do that now. We're gonna go to bed. Bedtime? Yes. Wow, it's been literally 36 hours since I've been online. This shall not stand. Yeah, we're gonna go online. Ah, no! What's wrong with you? Damn it! I bet Angus knows how to fix this. He's all computery, I think. But I can't let him see this. Where does he work again? Tough, angry singles. Burly singles in your area. Oh no, it's just... He is working at the video outpost, so that shall be our trek for today. Hey, hun. Yeah? Come say hi. Morning, Mom. Nope, I'm Mom 24 hours a day. Har har har. Also, it's 4 p.m, sweetie. Well, I'm off to find Angus. Oh, is he your little friend Greg's boyfriend? Big guy, kinda quiet? Yeah, that's him. I need to fix my laptop. Well, he better, sweetie. You can't afford to buy a new one. Wait, do you even know Angus? Do you? Mom, we're in a band together, sorta. Oh, is the band back together? Yeah, we practiced last night. I don't think we're ever gonna play, though. Well, that sounds like fun, honey. Yeah, I guess. You don't sound too happy about it. Well, I'm off to find Angus. Have a good time, daughter. Thanks, 24-hour mom. 7 days a week. Got a call from your Aunt Molly. Ugh, what did Aunt Mollcop want? Sweetie, I really wish you wouldn't call her that. She worked very hard to get where she is. And it's a dangerous job. Oh yeah, Possum Springs is so dangerous. Anyway, did she tell you about the severed arm we found? She did, in fact. Scary things. Yeah, I guess. Honey, I know this is home, but please be careful out there. I will, Mom. And come home before dark unless you're with somebody. At least until they figure out what happened. Okay. Thanks, sweetie. We can talk more to Mom. So, honey. Yeah? What did the arm look like? It was cut off right above the elbow. Was there blood and stuff? Little bit. Wonder whose arm it is. Well, should be pretty easy to spot. Yeah, haha. Hey, what happened to your arm? I dropped it by the diner. Here, sir, I found your arm. Thanks, I was afraid I'd never see it again. People don't always return arms when they find them. It's a real shame. It's a cold world. A cold, cold world, sweetie. Fucking love that Mom, like, is also excited about the arm. Yeah, Dark Passenger Mom. Hey, you kid. Adult? So you're back, eh? Yes, Mr. Penderson. Didn't last long, eh? No, Mr. Penderson. Get a job yet? Yes, I've been elected mayor. Couldn't do worse than the current one. And I've ordered your house to be bulldozed. Well, finishing the job you started. Hope you enjoy living in the woods. Those eggs took the paint off the vinyl siding. Scavenge food. Commune with the beasts, Mr. Penderson. Watch yourself, little miss. Little effing miss. No one's forgotten who you are and what you did, you know. They may act like they have, but that's just small town polite right there. Is that what this is? Small town polite's all you got, kid. So watch it. Well, that was really interesting, but I need to go listen to my cells die. Pah! Pah! Fuck you, Mr. Penderson. Morbid Mom. Selmers! What's it like being back? Well, I just got home, so just like taking it all in. Feel like anything's changed? Nah, not really. Same old, same old. Same people, same streets, same trees. I wish I could get away. Where'd you go? When I got to the ocean. Get a stable job that pays worth a damn. Make jewelry out of things I find on the beach and sell them. And do karaoke every night. Can I come visit? Can you karaoke? Does it have to be any good? Doesn't matter, girl. Just gotta show up. Yeah, the little ear twitch. I love the little ear twitch. It's so cute. This is my property. But it's my street. You ain't changed since you was a kid. Yeah, can I get up on the stairs? So, let's see. Is there a way to get up here? I don't remember how. Oh, spooked a squig. Sorry, squig. I love you, squig. Oh, I almost made it and I fell off. 1, 2, 3. Up. There we go. Arnold Applebaum owned a mining company like 1,000 years ago. Dad said he was a crook who hated the unions. We did get a library. That got turned into apartments. Didn't think I'd ever read this plaque before. Arnold A. Applebaum, a father to all workers, a grandfather to their children, a great-grandfather to those children's children. Keeps going like that for a while. Erected in 1910. Oh, is there more? B has this dude right outside her window. Constantly. Arnold Stalkerbaum. Hello, B. Did you get my texts? Him stalking. Aww. I feel like B has enough to deal with. Also having a stalker. Ghosts. Ooh. And got the laundry ghosts. Ooh. Oh, I can't get over there. But I don't need to at the moment anyway. There's no one on that roof, but there is going to be at some point. Oh. Oh. Wonder if we can go up to the church now? No, it's still closed. Let's check down in the subway again, if there was anything there this time. But I think we are just gonna head to see Angus. Pale white tunnelfish. Easy to catch and so delish. That's good. Oh god, you were listening. Oh, hello, May. Do I know you? I don't know if you remember me. Miss Rosa? I knew your grandfather. I visited you the day after you were born. You were so small. I guess some things don't change, eh? How did you know Grandad? I'm here most days. Why don't you stop by sometime? And I'll tell you all about him. Things you might not know. Alright, you've got my interest. Sweet, curious child. Well, one of Granddad's friends. The teens aren't hanging out today. Better take shelter. Here come the smelters. No use hiding. Smelters will find you. Oh, these guys live in smelters. past abilities. This is where we're going. Can I help you? I don't think so. Let's see what films they have. They have Beaver Priest, Death Chill, Crime Waves, Swamp Husband, Death Chill Free, Dinosaur Problem, Brain Eaters, and Be Nice. Let's have a look and go back and see if we missed anything. I can feel my throat getting a little bit hurty, so I think I might cut the stream a little bit early today. I think we'll finish off this day. But I can feel the pain in my pain in my throat coming back. Can we do a triple jump to get up here? No. Look, Amogus on the traffic thing. Yeah, this game does have a real beautiful, like, nostalgic tone to it. The thing is that we're so early in the game. I don't really want to talk too much about this game because it is a very slow unraveling thing. It takes a little while before, like, things really start to kick off. Like, I would say we're still kind of in the prologue. So I don't really want to get into it too much, but this game has got such a lovely, unique atmosphere. And we're going to see way more of it as we go. Okay, we can't go there either yet. But you know, it's like a lot of these places are boarded up. Town's not doing too well. Hey, May. Got cups in my ears. Wow. Sounds like the ocean in here. That's great, dude. You seen Angus? Every night. Yeah, I meant like, where is Angus right now? At work, at the video store. What do you want Angus for? Got computer problems. Figured he might know a thing or two. He's a hacker. Really? I'm pretty sure he hacks. Wow. Cool dude. I'll catch you later. Definitely. I'm so glad you're back. So, that arm, huh? Jeez, yeah, what the hell? What do you think happened? I don't know. How does an arm end up on the sidewalk? In Possum Springs? I mean, kinda cool, but creepy. And like 2 doors down from our apartment. You live in Towney Center now? Yeah, we live next door. Haha, man, you've been away for a long time. I have. You're so cute. You up for hanging out later? So much to catch up on. Nah, I got dinner with the family. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? A friendly thing. Is it 6 o'clock yet? Generation Fiasco. We got fruits, ghosts, snake gums, swoop in for a bite. We can get some snookle. Megazillion Power Prime. Oh, Crunchster. Give me some Crunchster. Alright, we gotta see if we can find our boy. Or our boy's boy. Where's Angus? Oh, he works day shift? It is day? I got here early? Wait, why does everything you say sound like a question? You do the same thing? I just didn't comment on it? Really? Yeah? Huh? Night shift, huh? That's cool. I'm at home with my baby during the day. Until my mom gets back from work. Ew, babies. Pretty cool job, though. Get to watch movies, eat candy, meet cute guys. Ew, cute guys. What's wrong with guys? I don't know. Cute guys are overrated. That is a hot take. Are cute guys overrated? Let's discuss it. Oh my god, I hate that. Well, I guess he... what are we gonna do then? Angus, we need our compy fixed. Yeah, but I think this game, obviously I've never lived in a North American small town. But there is, I think there is something that in most Western small towns have a vibe that is very similar. And I think like, I grew up in a place that wasn't entirely dissimilar from this. Okay. I love all of these. And Greg and Angus 1 is the only one we can't actually press. What? There's no button? There's gotta be some way to make this work. Hello? 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 You're not Angus. Who is this? Who are you? May Borowski. What are you selling? Do you get a lot of people selling you stuff? Hello? Click. Yes? Hi, Angus? Angus, you say? Dude, it's May. Tell me about yourself, Maybelline. This isn't Angus. Would you like it to be? Nope, bye. Maurice? May. Angus? May? Yeah. You're not Angus. And you ain't Maurice. Well, I'm glad we sorted that out. Yeah, vibes are off. Hello, Angus? Are you searching, my child? Yeah? For Angus. You can search all you like for your Angus. Everyone has a different Angus. For some, Angus is a happy marriage. For some, a good career. For some, a fancy car. My Angus is a guy named Angus. Lives here. My child, no Angus will ever compare to the one true Angus, the Lord God above. Okay. Dear, have you encountered God this day? Look, my mom works at the church. I'm in the club by default. Hello? 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 I'm looking for Angus. Any idea where Angus lives? I believe he's at number 2. Written on the button, I think. It looks, broken? I think the little guy he lives with kicked it in. Greg. Or something. How? Beats me, kid. I just live here. Right, I guess we... Guess the buttons aren't gonna help us. Damn it, Greg. Greg will do that, as we will learn. Can't get up on the snack falcon. Can't do the jump up there. Might have to get a little bit tricksy. Oh, apologies that I'm not talking too much today because my throat is hurting. I'm saving it for the dialogue. I didn't really want to cancel today, but I feel like maybe I should have because my throat is hurting quite a bit. But I didn't want to cancel the stream. I can't because I'm gonna have to cancel streams next week probably, at least one of them because I'm not gonna be in town. I'm going to Brighton next week. It's gonna be so much fun. I love Brighton so much. And as part of that, I'm hopefully gonna see a lovely friend of the channel, Marvellius, who lives in Brighton. Or lives near Brighton, I believe. Nothing planned really. I'm just gonna kind of potter around a little bit. Probably hang out in they've got a nice little shopping district and everything. Staying in an Airbnb, which should be interesting. How am I actually getting up here? I've legitimately forgotten. Can't get up there. I don't remember how we're supposed to go. Maybe I can talk to Greg again. Nope. No, I thought we could jump up there, but I don't think we can. There we go. We just had to electrocute ourselves. Hello? Ah! Who is this? Hi, it's May. May? Yeah, May. I just got electrocuted. Oh, yeah, it's fiddly. There's no button. Yeah, you can like stick a screwdriver in and, well, it's too late now. Come on up. Hello, SVC. How are you doing? Welcome in. It's Angus. Whoa, come right in. Hey, dude. Welcome to our apartment. I could have been in my underwear. Hey, dude, don't wear pants on my account. Why is the door unlocked? Greg always forgets to lock it. Greg's at work if you're looking for Greg. I was actually looking for you. My laptop is messed up and I thought, what's wrong with it? Lots of things pop up when I turn it on. What kind of things? You know, things about things, not for kids things. Why didn't you bring it with you? I forgot it. You know me, you don't have to be embarrassed about... I'm not. I mean, everyone... I know. Let me see what I can do. I'm doing okay. My throat hurts a little bit, so I might have to cut the stream a bit short today. Because all the talking has not done any favors, but otherwise okay. Plug this into any USB port and restart. Should clear you right up. Might delete some of your old files though. Wow, thanks dude. No problem. Gonna head on home. See if your magic works. It's not magic. It's just ones and zeros. And we're just atoms. And our perception of reality is just chemical reactions. Take those away and poof, there goes the universe. Whoa. Sorry. I'm gonna go. Yeah, a little bit awkward. Tiny bit awkward. Hey, dadders. Why, if it isn't the maid or Possum Springs herself. What'd you get up to today? Hung out with Angus for a bit. You remember him? Oh yeah, I like Angus. He's smart. In the old days, I used to work with his dad. I know they fell on some hard times after we all got laid off. Used to see him at the bar. Yeah. After I stopped drinking, I didn't really see him as much. I wonder how he is. Did they find out anything about that arm? Not that I heard. Oh, well, be careful out there. Maybe I should carry mace or brass knuckles or something. Well, it'd be a shame if you got into trouble. And you were unarmed. Nah, I think I'll be okay. What? Ha 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 ha, okay, I get it. Unarmed, eh? I'm going to bed now. Good night, Mary Kitten. Good night. Oh, yeah, I think this is going to be a good time, actually. We have barely scratched the surface of this game. But my throat is actually starting to burn a little bit, so I wanna rest there for the rest of the night. I'm really sorry, but we're gonna check if Angus's USB magic works. Can't get any worse, at least. I guess it could be on fire? Anyway. Would it be legal in the US, though? Depends on what state you're in, maybe. OMG, it's fixed. I guess it turned out okay then, your computer? Yeah, it did, thanks. I put something else in that drive. Do you remember Demon Tower? Oh wow, yeah, I used to play it out all the time, like 10 years ago. I've been playing again. They've kept updating it. You can grab your old save game from their server and start right where you left off. Ooh, cool. You should check it out and we can talk Demon Tower sometime. It's really cool still. I'm def doing this. Aw, thanks, Angus. Tips hat. Hey, you get the porn off your laptop? I heard you broke it with so much porn. Dude, you know it. Rick Wreckage told me that before the internet did hide porn in a hollow log in the woods. Yeah, that was a thing, right? Be awkward if you were hiking out to the porn and some dude was already there and you were like, sup, dude? I guess we're both here for the porn. I bet that happened. You know it did. I bet they became friends. Porn log bros forever. So did you come into the party tomorrow night, right? What party? Up in the state forest. Lots of people home from school and stuff this weekend. Cool people. The big fire. The snacks. The beers. Did you mean to write snacks or snakes? Both, dude. Both. Cool, well you should ask B if she can drive us. What? No, I don't think she likes me. Nah, dude, she's cool. She drives us all the time and lets us borrow her car. Stop by our store tomorrow and ask her, okay? Please? Okay, whatever. Yay! Charcoal. Yeah, I'm not sure what it would... I think mace is legal in Sweden. It used to be, at least. I think my mom had mace. Mugging is also illegal, so it cancels it out. That's how law works. And yeah, Demon Tower is totally a game we can play. It's like a Hyper Light Drifter kind of game. Not quite gonna do it now. We can't talk to anyone. Everyone is gone to sleep. Bright Harbor Gazette, Secretary of Education. Having public schools is like having public hamburgers. That's insane. Everyone should buy their own hamburgers. Yeah, so that is obviously everyone's different instant messaging thingies. Oh, it might be illegal. I don't know. I got catcalled the other day. Speaking of mace, a guy was screaming at me from a car. Like, very clearly screaming at me. There was no one else he could be talking to, and he was looking right at me. I didn't hear what he was saying because I had these headphones on quite loud volume. So I know what he was saying, but he was gesticulating and looking at me and screaming, and he had like a shit-eating grin on his face. So it probably wasn't anything nice. But that guy can go fuck himself. But it was just like, that was the first time that I can remember that happening. You can still have it secretly, yeah. You can just say that it's like hot sauce. It's just you have it on food or something. But it is bedtime. Do not be car runs into a wall and burst into flames. Thank you. That means so much. That means so much. Thank you. And I think we're going to get to the... Yes, it is next day. So I think that is going to be a really good time for us. Oh, we drew Angus. Angus is nice. Nice boy. But we are gonna... I'm gonna call it there. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter than normal. Oh god, but I do need to go and get myself some lamb soup or something. He was okay, but like he was like, I should be a nicer person. Yes, thank you for not getting the stream taken down. Right, so Halls is live. I think she has started her Halloween streams, so she's gonna be playing some spooky games. But please follow along with the raid. And tell her I said hello. But I will be back on Thursday, hopefully, and then we'll be playing some more Night in the Woods. Probably do a little bit longer than if I can. We'll be playing more of the game. So I'm gonna go and have a glass of lemsip before bed, and I hope everyone has a lovely rest of your evening. And until I see you next time, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.